Hey guys, Gav321 here. One of the first things on car enthusiasts' minds when they get a new car is surely modifications. In this video, I'm going to go over our modifications we've done on our Model Y and how that impacts its aesthetics but also its function, but mostly aesthetics is what these mods are for. Alright, so starting out with the interior mods in this car, the first thing we have is the carbon fiber vinyl wrap for the interior center console dash. This dash comes from the factory as gloss black, and that's terrible because of fingerprints and scratching. This is one of the most common mods in Teslas. It's the most common one you'll see. It's cheap, fairly easy to install, and it just improves the interior so much because you don't have to see those fingerprints. The one we got is from EV Wraps. We got it on Amazon for $30, and it's just a carbon fiber. It has a really good texture. You can kind of feel it when you scratch it. It makes a noise like that, and it's worked really well. It took 2 tries to install. It had a lot of bubbles the first time, but they sent us a new one for free and we installed it and it was totally fine after that. Some other companies that make that are Evanex and Abstract Ocean. Alright, so the next interior upgrade is the Puddle Lights. It's kind of exterior, but it's on the inside of the car, so I'm going to count it as interior. It's just these generic Puddle Lights from Amazon, whatever brand it is. It just shows the Tesla logo on the floor, gives it a little more presence at night, and it's a little brighter than the ones that come from the factory. So the final interior upgrade is the Samsung T5 portable SSD. It's about $80 and it is used for Sentry Mode and dash cam. So in case you didn't know, Teslas don't actually have internal storage. They need an external storage source to save all those videos, and it uses more storage than people think. A lot of people use a USB stick, but that just doesn't have enough storage. I know you can get higher capacity ones, but that's more money. This is the best price per gigabyte for this application with USB Type-C cable. Alright, so the first exterior mod we did was these Evanex Autopilot side camera covers. They're made out of carbon fiber and they use 3M adhesive to just stick on the side of the Autopilot camera. Now, the Autopilot cameras that come from the factory are just a matte black color, and I get, well, this matches the exterior trim here. It doesn't look very cool. The old ones, like the Model 3, they have the silver from the factory. They have a Tesla logo on there, and it just looks a little nicer because obviously it matches the silver. But I wish they would have at least put a logo on there. So these ones are carbon fiber and they have a Tesla logo embedded on the side. Makes it look really cool. And I think it really adds a lot of presence to the car when it's on the road and just in a parked spot. You wouldn't imagine something that small would do that much, but it really adds to the whole look. So the last 2 upgrades that we did were done by one company, so it's an interior and an exterior upgrade, but I'm just going to go over them at once. So the interior upgrade they did is the ambient RGB lighting in the front and back underneath the sort of dashboard and then underneath the back seats for the back passengers. Now, Tesla does have ambient lighting as standard, but it's pretty dim and it's just plain white, so it's kind of boring. Other luxury brands like BMW, Mercedes, Audi have adopted very bright, multicolor ambient lighting all around the car, and it looks amazing. It's one of my favorite features. When I first saw the S-Class when it came out with that, I was very impressed with that, and I thought that was really cool. It's one thing that's really not here on the Tesla, and I wish they had it from the factory, but this is kind of something to replace that, but it doesn't look as good as the ones that are integrated. Now, the exterior upgrade they did is the tint. The place was a tint shop in the first place, but they just installed the lighting because we asked for it and he had some light strips he could put in. But you can see here on the front window, we got some tint, so it makes the car just look a lot better, again with aesthetics here. It matches the back window, makes the car look really good. It really blends in with the black trim and everything. A lot of, cool cars have that. So from the factory, it kind of just looks like a fishbowl where the front window doesn't match the back window. Lets a lot of light in, so this actually helps with thermals too. It keeps it a little colder in the interior so you're not constantly being blinded. But it also exaggerates the exposed front windshield, obviously, when it reflects off the white dashboard since we have the white interior. But we haven't found that to be a big deal, but it has something to think about if you're going to only tint the front windows. Those are more unique mods to Tesla. Now, one mod that's really common on any car, luxury cars especially, is a paint protection film. So we had paint protection film installed on the hood, a little bit on the fender, and the whole bumper to prevent rock chips. But obviously we didn't want to spend that massive price of doing the entire car, so we found a better solution that's a lot cheaper. Now, my dad actually found this on his own, but if you watch YouTube a lot, you probably know about it if you get targeted ads of Top Coat F11, like the thing where it shows it sliding off the hood. Pretty common YouTube ad, but it actually works pretty well. So we're using that on the whole car. Gives it a hydrophobic property, easier to wash and such. Gives a little protection, not as much as paint protection film, but we're doing that on the rest of the car to try to protect it. So these are just the modifications we've done to our car, but there are definitely more, and I'm going to go over some other ones that I really like that we're not going to do, but they're something you could do, and I think it would be really cool. So the first modification that we didn't do, but I would really like to see, is an automatic front opener. So these aren't out for the Model Y yet because the Model 3 has exposed struts that you can easily replace, whereas the Model Ys are inside the hood somewhere. Probably not that hard to access, but a little harder than just straight up exposed ones. But when those do come out, because inevitably they will, it's a really cool feature because the front is cool and all that it gives you extra storage, but it's not really convenient to use every day because of the two-handed closing and just how annoying it is to go in your app and open it and everything, and it doesn't lift up on its own, so if you're carrying stuff you can't put it in. This will be able to open and close from the app and the screen, and it gets rid of that really annoying thing where you have to put both your hands and press down, because that's so annoying for people that don't want to touch their paint. I wish this wasn't included from the factory, but from what I know, you can't have an automatic hood from the factory. You can install it afterwards. There's not one out yet, but when it comes available, that's a really good upgrade to have if you're going to use your frunk a lot. So the second upgrade that we didn't get is a Jeda USB hub. Any USB hub will work, but the Jeda one is the most high quality one that I could find. Basically, in the Model Y, you only get 2 ports in the front. You get a USB-A and a USB-C. Now, for a lot of people, that's not enough ports, but for my dad, he doesn't really care. He has the USB wireless charger and then the USB-C connected to the Samsung device. But for those people that want more ports, you're gonna want a USB hub. So this one's really cool because it fits into the car, it like integrates into the back wall, plugs directly into those 2 ports, and expands it into 4 ports, plus a 5th one with a hidden SSD storage device actually made for that Samsung storage. Pretty cool, because if someone breaks into the car and Sentry Mode activates, it'll save the footage, but they can just take the drive. If you have the Jeda USB hub and they're not aware of that, they won't be able to find the drive because it's concealed in there. While we were considering this, he doesn't care that much, and the $80 isn't really worth it for us, but it is a cool upgrade if you want those extra ports. Alright, so the third upgrade we didn't get is just generally more vinyl wraps. There's a ton more things you can wrap, like the front interior dash, how it's either wood or white. Some people like to put that carbon fiber, whatever they want. You can vinyl wrap the steering wheel trim on the side, that's plastic, make that carbon fiber, whatever you want. Or you can wrap the door panels where it's gloss black and kind of annoying because you have to touch that, but it's not a big deal because the handle's still leather. Alright, now these last 2 are a bit out there, but I saw them on I1 Tesla. I really like his channel for modifications. If you want to see more, you can go look at him too. But these 2 are just ones that I thought I'd mention from his channels where I discovered them. So the first one is a massage controller. So you actually install a controller underneath the seat and connect it to the seat, and then it turns your lumbar support control into a massage button. So you click that and it uses the air bladders inside the car to simulate a massage by rapidly increasing and decreasing the pressure, kind of simulating a massage seat from a luxury car. And then the final upgrade that I don't really care too much about, but I thought it was cool when I saw it, was the HUD. So HUD is heads-up display, and it's basically a laser projector that goes onto a glass thing that comes with it that goes on your dashboard and displays things from a typical car that would be in the instrument cluster onto this glass display. Now, this was a really common request when the Model 3 came out, is why don't they have an optional heads-up display? Because a lot of people don't like that you have to look at the screen. The Model S and X obviously have that binnacle screen, but this doesn't because it's the cheaper one. But we wish they would have added a heads-up display from the factory, but this is one way you can add that. Now, the general trend of this video, if you couldn't tell, is that Teslas aren't perfect. And as a luxury car, they don't stack up in certain ways to other cars, but they absolutely crush them in other ways. So there are certain mods that can fix oversights on Tesla's part, like the gloss black trim, and there are other mods that can fix Tesla's lack of luxury features that are in other cars, like massage seats, a heads-up display, and puddle lights. But there are even some things that modifications can't fix that are in other luxury cars, like a heated steering wheel and cooled/ventilated seats. Alright guys, so that was my video on the Tesla modifications. Hope you liked it. If you want to buy anything, I'll put the links to the description of all the ones we bought, and I'll also put a link to I1 Tesla to check out other modifications like those massage seats down there. More details on that will be on his channel. If you liked it, please give it a like. It helps share it around with the YouTube algorithm. And if you have a suggestion for any video I can do with the Model Y, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to respond to it and possibly do it if it's a good idea and there's enough requests for it. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.